on the matter of shatterpoints, a new theory of literary adaptation and analysis. A shatterpoint in a pane of glass is a finite spot that contains a molecular imperfection, a weakness, or an imperceptible difference. It is a fault line, a future fracture. If that site receives pressure, the pane of glass will break into a fissured web. Tracing the cracks of the web back to their source will reveal the site from which the glass shattered. The identification of shatterpoints in a literary or theatrical text reveals the instances of tension or difference in the narrative. When pressure is applied to these points, the text opens and will shatter into a nexus of interpretive paths. I have developed a theory of literary analysis, a theory of adaptation called shatterpoints. This theory highlights the sites of difference, divergences from, as opposed to the fidelity to, the sourced material. Oftentimes, when we think of an adaptation, for example, a book-to-movie adaptation, we ask, how close was it to the source? How accurate was the adaptation? We might say, I liked the book better, or the movie wasn't faithful to the author's intentions. Well, I'm not interested in how faithful something can be to its source. I want to think about how different it is. For it is those sites of difference, those shatter points, that carry the most interpretive potential. Adaptation is change. A study of adaptation is an interrogation of what changes, not what remains the same. And if we remain concerned with the accuracy of an adaptation to its source, we will always be disappointed, because nothing will be better at being what something is than the only thing to be it in the first place. The usefulness of one thing should not always be measured in its sameness to something else, but sometimes in its difference. It is easy to get frustrated with the effectiveness of a pickaxe if you want it to be a sledgehammer, continually use it as such, and refuse to acknowledge that it is constructed with a different use in mind. However, the pickaxe is not bad because it has sharp chiseled points instead of a flat-faced and weighted head. The pickaxe is merely a bad sledgehammer. The embarrassingly simple truth is that a pickaxe was made differently and does something different than the sledgehammer. And with the shatterpoints theory, I have put forward that adaptations contain changes to the sourced material. They are not replications of the sourced material. And at the shatterpoints, where the material has been changed, it is at those sites of difference where we can see what the adapter was trying to do, for a new context, a new medium, or a new audience. And the differences of the adaptation are not its flaws, but rather its potential successes. It is my intent to analyze adaptations for their differences and see what new interpretive potential that those shatterpoints carry. I believe they are promise-crammed with future meaning.